apparently former suitors are salty at Kawhi. Let the shade begin. According to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, the Lakers feel as though Kawhi Leonard played them throughout the process, leading the team on, knowing that he didn't intend to sign with them. The Lakers missed out on the opportunity to sign other players in free agency while waiting on the Finals MVP to make his big decision. The Lakers aren't the only team upset, as the Raptors were also less than pleased with Leonard's process before ultimately choosing to sign with the Clippers. That, according to our guy, Windy. Stephen A.
Yeah.
Did Kawhi play the Lake Show?
No, he didn't. They played themselves, all right, especially the Lakers. Let me explain. First of all, I don't want to hear anything about the Raptors. Kawhi gets traded there from San Antonio. Before he got traded from Toronto, he was trying to get to L.A. Popovich, Buford, and the Spurs refused to do so. They sent him out of the country, for crying out loud. Okay, so that you know, and then Masai Ujiri knew I was taking a one-year gamble. And it paid off in certain respects because Kawhi Leonard delivered the championship, okay? And now he's a free agent, and you knew the possibility was there for him to be gone, but you were willing to take that chance for the crown. You got the crown, he got the crown, and L.A., everybody's happy. In the case of the Los Angeles Lakers, here's how they played themselves. You have two of the top 5 players on the planet Earth. I believe that LeBron James will reestablish himself as the greatest player in the world this year. I believe he will win MVP this upcoming season. That's my personal opinion. But I'll tell you this much. He and Anthony Davis are two of the top 5 players on the planet Earth. What the hell are you sitting around waiting for Kawhi Leonard for? This is basketball. This ain't football. It ain't like you got 2 elite players on offense, but you know what? You got a wide receiver and a quarterback. We can use a running back. You know what I'm saying? Or you got the wide receiver, the running back, and the wide receiver or the quarterback, but we need somebody on the spearhead our defense, like a Khalil Mack or something. No, this is basketball. 2 elite players in basketball with the right parts, which is something that you've articulated on many occasions in terms of framing a team. It's what you need to build a championship. We watched Kawhi Leonard do it with himself and a bunch of marginal or better than marginal players around him, but no, the lone superstar on the Toronto Raptors. There have been plenty of champions in NBA history that have had 2 stars, and that's it. You are LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Why in the hell are you sitting around waiting? I understand you want Kawhi, because who wouldn't want Kawhi? But why are you waiting as if the future of your franchise depends on it? You know why you're waiting? Because you wanted to do everything you could to make sure he didn't land with the Clippers. Because Jeannie Buss, just months ago, Max, was out there publicly declaring, we ain't worried about no Clippers. Clippers ain't on our level. This is Laker Nation, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what Steve Ballmer, Doc Rivers, Lawrence Frank, what Jerry West did? Hold on a second. This is a new day. And Laker Nation is Laker Nation, and people going to root for that purple and gold. But make no mistake about it, we are coming. And you better recognize that we are coming. We don't even want the same arena with you anymore. We want to get something over there near the Forum in Inglewood. If James Dolan could get the hell out of our way so we can make that happen. This is what's going on. The Lakers, if the Lakers sit up there and feel they got played by Kawhi Leonard, Max, it's because they were stupid enough to wait too long when you had no business doing so, because you're supposed to be the Lakers and you have LeBron and AD. You shouldn't have waited that long.
I don't think it would have mattered. Let me just say this. You know who Kawhi Leonard is? And by the way, before I even say it, apologies to my friend Jason Whitlock, who half his stuff he says is about like who's like a character in The Wire. So he may have already said this, I don't know. But Kawhi Leonard is Marlowe from The Wire. Remember Marlowe when Prop Joe, he was about to have Prop Joe bumped off, and Proposition Joe tells him, I treated you like a son. Remember what Marlowe said? I wasn't made to play the son. Marlowe took over. Kawhi Leonard is Marlowe. Think of who said, oh, shucks, I treated him like a son, basically gave that impression. Popovich. Pop is in his name. and Kawhi Leonard basically told him, I wasn't made to play the son. Mm-hmm. You know, Kawhi's lost his father under tragic circumstances. Mm-hmm. Kawhi had a father that he was close to and all that. He's not anybody else's son.
Right.
And LeBron James, the king, I wasn't made to play the son. No. What he just did was, I'm not saying he set everyone up and played everyone. I'm sure he considered what Masai Ujiri was selling. You got to take that man seriously. You just won a championship, but ultimately it's Toronto. It's not L.A. where he's from, where he wanted to play. I'm sure if it could be that if the Clippers never got Paul George, they just couldn't swing that deal. Maybe he does sign with the Lakers, even though that's not his priority. Mm-hmm. It's not his first choice. What Kawhi Leonard just did was, in certain respects, save the NBA. It started with LeBron James and the super team in Miami. And old school folks lamented the fact that instead of seeking competition, LeBron James sought to squash it, right? He sought to put a super team together no one could beat. And then it was elevated, escalated by Kevin Durant, who joined a 70-degree win team. No, Kawhi's not made to play the Sun, LeBron, anyone else. And I'm a Lakers fan. I wish the Lakers would have gotten him. No, he didn't join LeBron James's team. Kawhi kicked down the door in LeBron James's house and set up evenly matched super teams in the same building and said, let's get it. I'm taking over. I wasn't made to play the Sun. That's what Kawhi just did. Well, it's about time people got the message.
He did it. That is a message. There's no question about it. But he was willing to play that role if the Clippers hadn't stepped up. And one of the things you will both need to know for the purposes of this show, and this is me putting on my reporter's hat here, people in NBA circles are talking about this right now. Allegedly, the Uncle Dennis.
Yeah. Uncle Dennis is no joke.
Was asking for a lot of stuff from the other teams. Houses, planes, sponsorship, guaranteed sponsorship money, just as an example. They're throwing this stuff out there. All of those things are supposedly illegal in the collective bargaining agreement. I have no idea whether this is true or not. I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on Uncle Dennis, but people in NBA circles are talking about this as we speak. Why is that important? Because one could argue the reason why this story is out there right now about the Lakers and the Raptors feeling played wasn't just because of what Uncle Dennis asked for, but they're going to try to turn that around and parlay that into a question about what did the Clippers give up to get Kawhi Leonard. So in other words, you've got teams right now playing games with one another, talking about, they're trying to point the finger at the Clippers saying, let's ask about what the Clippers did to get Kawhi Leonard. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry West.
The bottom line is Kawhi Leonard is with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's not with the Lakers or the Raptors. But I'm telling you right now, in the days to come, you're going to hear more noise about what Kawhi's camp was asking for.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what should make.
With questions about what the Clippers gave up.
I want to comment on that. Bomber, who I had reservations about as an owner when he joined the league and everything. I mean, when he was running Microsoft, all they did was not make any products that any young people wanted to buy ever. And when he took over the team, he forbade people from using iPads in the locker room. And I thought, dude, if you would have made some products anyone wanted to use when you were running that company into the ground, basically, maybe, maybe you wouldn't have to make that rule. So I was down on Bomber. And Doc Rivers as a GM wasn't any good.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. This organization, Bomber's proven himself to be a great owner so far. With Jerry West, Doc Rivers, Kawhi Leonard, and finally, I want to say something about Uncle Dennis. I was skeptical about him. I sat on this show many times and said it's called show business, not show family. Uncle Dennis, since he got involved, Kawhi Leonard was an underrated player, quiet, all shucks kind of super. Kawhi Leonard has taken over the NBA under Uncle Dennis's guidance. You have to give it up.
Yeah, you have to give it up, but pay attention to what I just told you. Because, again, if folks start targeting stuff like that, you never know what the fallout may be.
You don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate.
Listen carefully to what Stephen A. just said.
Thicker than water, that too. All right, what is the best debate you've seen here on First Take? You get the chance to decide by going on Twitter, voting daily in our tournament-style bracket. Up first is our 7-10 matchup. And here's a taste of number 7. Is KD a top 5 player? Max Kellerman?
Yep.
Is Durant a lock top 5 player?
No. LeBron James is number 1. 2, Kawhi Leonard is the second best player. Okay, 3, Anthony Davis. Definitely KD, not AD. Wrong. Giannis.
Can I please have the rest of the week off so I don't have to look at you? That is just the most asinine thing that I've ever heard in my damn life. Why do I even have to talk to you about basketball? Why do I even have to listen to you? I'm not changing the subject. We don't know what the subject is because the fact of the matter is I'll let you talk. I didn't say a word.